A week ago, leaders of the world joined hands against climate change. The talks that lasted 2 weeks, countries pledged to reduce emissions, act on fossil fuels, one of the major contributors to global warming, and also focus on funding to fight the crisis. In the latest, the finance minister of France has warned that the cost of energy transition will be much higher than expected. Bruno Le Maire made the comments while he was in the UAE to discuss the joint investments in a wide range of fields, from port infrastructure to hydrogen fuel and renewable energy.
Because we should never underestimate the price of the climate transition. It will be much higher than expected, much higher. And we should be aware of the necessity of having all the financial institutions, whether private or public, helping us to provide the necessary funding and the necessary financial resources to feed these investments and to fund these innovations and new technologies.
The UAE has publicly pledged to have net zero carbon emissions by 2050, even as the country, with the region's first nuclear power plant, tries to position itself as a leader on environmental issues. The hydrocarbon-rich UAE's economy feeds on petroleum exports. Le Maire noted that challenges facing industrialized economies if they shift away from cheap fuel pumped out of the Persian Gulf towards renewable energy sources.
We don't want the people with the lowest income to pay for the climate transition. You know that we have experimented in France the so-called yellow vest movements. It has been really a very challenging moment for all of us, and we should always remind us that if we want to be successful in the fight against climate change, we need to have everybody on board.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.